Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Ryan's Falcons going up against Ryan's Falcons.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. The veteran Matt Bryant set to rock and roll, and we are underway from Atlanta. First and 10, it's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be knocked down sideways. A Falcon first down, Ryan to his young tight end Hooper.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They run, Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Throwing right, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and have the...
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. shift together here from the D-line. Now Ryan on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Gabriel, the man in motion. The first carry for the tailback, Devontae Freeman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Coleman, the man in motion left. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard. Coleman, the man in motion right. Looking to throw on second down. Ryan drops it off for Coleman. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Gabriel, the man in motion. Now Ryan, escaping the pressure right. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. But they face a second and long to start things out. From the gun, it's Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing on third and long. Ryan forced out to his left. Now he'll go deep down the middle. That's caught inside the 20. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Coleman, the man in motion right. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more on that one and another first down. They'll run here with Freeman. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll look to run with Freeman. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's third and goal. Gabriel, the man in motion. They'll try and run. Freeman. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. So on fourth down, off goes Matt Ryan, and on is another Matt Bryant. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, their offense has struggled for sure, but they get the field goal here and at least get on the board before half.
And that's not something we should underestimate, because just getting points on the board can sometimes have a settling effect on a team. Helps them start their comeback.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Here's Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. On 1st and 10, Ryan. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Well, Charles, looking at the final 4 teams left in the playoffs, there's been a lot of talk about the quarterbacks. 1 very experienced, 3 not. That kind of goes for the coaches as well. You have 3 coaches that really haven't been on this stage.
Yeah, think about it. This is the deepest 3 of them have been in playoff runs, right? Doug Marrone with Jacksonville, Mike Zimmer with Minnesota, and, of course, Doug Peterson with the Eagles. Now, Mike Zimmer's been on Super Bowl winning teams before as an assistant coach, so he understands it, but he hasn't been the guy calling the shots. This is going to be interesting to see how those 3 handle the big stage.
And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Finding Gabriel complete. The 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Falcons. Taylor Gabriel, 75 yards. And the Falcons are in for 6.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Now Ryan on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Coleman, the man in motion right. On 3rd down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And on 2nd and 10 now. Coleman, the man in motion right. On 2nd down, Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On first down, Ryan. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he's got room. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
In motion right is Jones. On first down, Ryan. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Jones now in motion left. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And hello, I guess Larry's halftime show was buttoned through. And we are moving on and ready to go for the third quarter. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Coleman, the man in motion right. Throwing on first down. Ryan throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On second down, here's Ryan. Buying time to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. And it's third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Little break there with the incompletion. AFC Championship thoughts. Charles, Tom Brady, #1 in passing yards per game. The Jags defense, #1 in the fewest passing yards allowed per game. What is that, the force in an object?
Yeah, movable force. And
unstoppable force, and movable object. There you go.
Yeah, we listened well in school, didn't we? Bottom line, though, is when you hear a stat like that, you know what I think immediately?
What?
Advantage defense. The problem is that's Tom Brady on the opposite side of that statistic. So what I do know is that this is the 4th time this happened to Buff since 1990. The defense is 3-0 in this stat. It's going to be hard for that to hold up against Tom Brady.
They give him 12 yards and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he motions the wide receiver. Ryan leaves with Freeman on the draw. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Coleman, the man in motion right. On 1st and 10, Ryan. Flushed out right. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Coleman, the man in motion right. On 1st down, Ryan. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Second and 10 now, Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 24-yard line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Coleman, the man in motion left. Coleman, the man in motion right. To throw on 3rd down, Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And some space here. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Fresh set of downs here. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, you know, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage. Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a third and about 5. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the shotgun, Ryan. He's got Sanu. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they're not going to let him get this one off. We have a whistle and a timeout as they'll try to put him on ice a bit. And they still have 2 timeouts left. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football. From the gun, Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the 4th. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Coleman, the man in motion right. On 3rd down, Ryan. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Ryan wants to throw it. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Gabriel, the man in motion. Here's Ryan. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a 3-yard gain. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And the wideout in motion. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they will be set up now as he breaks.